The Kodagu JDS unit has added insult to injury by calling woman protester Jayashree Deel Rani in a Facebook post, although the Kodagu JDS unit has said that it did not put up the post. The post carried a Farmers Association ID card and has posed a question as to the deal Jayashree struck with the BJP. Reacting on the post, Jayashree spoke to NEWS9 and said that she would look into who had put up the post. Meanwhile, the JDS unit, of course, has denied putting up the post. Jayashree said that she will explore what action she could take against the post. Jayashree, who had staged a protest earlier against the Chief Minister, urged him to help the protesting farmers. She requested the Chief Minister first to solve the issue and then take action against the protesting farmers later.
ನಮಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ 100 ಕೇಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ರಿ, ಇನ್ನೂ 100 ಬೇಗಳ ಬೈರಿ, ಇನ್ನೂ 100 ಸಲ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಹೊಡೀರಿ. ಆದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಏನು ನೀವು ಬೆಲೆನ ನಿಗದಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ 4 ಜಿಲ್ಲೆದವರಿಗೆ ಟೀ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ.
The state BJP unit meanwhile staged a protest against the state government demanding complete farm loan waiver and basic price for crops. The protest was headed by state BJP President B.S. Yediyurappa. Several leaders in the BJP, including Minister R. Ashoka and MLA Uday Garudachar, took part in the protest that took place at Mysore Bank Circle. Taking a dig at the Chief Minister's meeting with the farmers on Tuesday, State BJP President called the meeting a political circus. He said that the meeting was of no use and that no consensus was reached at the meeting. He accused the Chief Minister of cheating the farmers. Yediyurappa even slammed the Chief Minister over his statements and said that he had no moral responsibility.
That's why we are protesting throughout the state, Taluk and district headquarters. CM has failed in all respect. There is no moral right to continue in the Chief Minister post. That's why we are protesting throughout the state, Taluk and district headquarters.
The BJP state president even said that the BJP would start its protests on the day of the winter session. Again, he added that the BJP would take the farmers' side and fight for their rights.
On 10th in Belgaum, more than 1 lakh farmers. We are going to take up that issue inside the house and also outside the house.
BJP leader R. Ashoka said that the BJP was supporting the farmers and the party had an intolerant attitude towards defaulters. Accusing the Chief Minister for his comments to the woman farmer, Ashoka said that never in the history had any Chief Minister spoken in such a manner.
Never in the history any political persons have not spoken this type of words. This is shame to Karnataka, shame to CM.
R. Ashoka also took a dig at the government and said that Kumaraswamy's Tughlaq Darbar would function longer. He added that the BJP wouldn't rest till the government was ousted.
Assembly will begin 10th in Belgaum. Before that, we will protest front of the Belgaum Adhiveshana, and in assembly also we will fight.
BJP MLA Govind Karjol slammed the Chief Minister over the farmers' protest and said that the meeting convened wasn't even attended by the factory owners. He added that it was only clerks who attended the meeting.
ನಿನ್ನೆ ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರು ಸಭೆ ಕರೆದಿದ್ರು. ಯಾವ ಕಾರ್ಖಾನೆ ಮಾಲೀಕರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಾರ್ಕೂನರು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಅದು 15 ಕಾರ್ಖಾನೆ ಅವರು ಕಾರ್ಕೂನರು ಕಳಿಸ್ಯಾರ.
The Deputy Chief Minister said that the BJP, be it at the state or the centre, had nothing for the farmers and that they had no right to speak about farmers or protest for them.
ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ರೈತರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತನಾಡತಕ್ಕಂತ ಯಾವುದೇ ನೈತಿಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ರೈತರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮೊಸಳೆ ಕಣ್ಣೀರು ಹಾಕೋದು ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ನೈತಿಕತೆ.
Farmers from Haveri, Bagalkot, Belagavi and other districts took part in a discussion in front of the DC's office in Belagavi. The State Farmers Association President Kodiyalli Chandrasekhar, who was part of the protests in Belagavi, convened the discussion. The farmers staged a protest in front of the DC office demanding fair and remunerative prices. Farmers in Bagalkot also continued their protests against the state government. The farmers threatened to intensify the protests if the government failed to fix the basic price for crops. Minister Jayamala has spoken on behalf of the sugar factory owners and said that while the government was pro-farmer, it was important to know the problems faced by sugar factory owners too.
ರೈತರ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇನು ಸಂದಿಗ್ಧತೆ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅಥವಾ ಏನು ಒಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಸಂಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆಯೋ ಕೇಳಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ.
Jayamala also commented on the Chief Minister's comments on the woman protester and said that he hadn't used any vulgar words. She added that it was being interpreted wrongly.
ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡಿರೋದು ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅವರ ಅರ್ಥಗಳಾಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಅವರ ಭಾವನೆಗಳಾಗಲಿ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋರಾಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಂತಹ ಮಹಿಳೆಯ ವಿರುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಆ ಥರದ ಪದ ಬಳಕೆ ಅವರು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ.
While farmers across several districts staged a protest against the Chief Minister Kumaraswamy, farmers in Tumukuru staged a protest in favor of the Chief Minister. Farmers in Hebbaru Taluk of Tumukuru raised their voice against the farmers protesting against the Chief Minister. They said that those protesting weren't even real farmers and that they should be detained at the earliest.
ಬೆಳಗಾವಿಲಿ ರೈತರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೀಗ ಮುರಿದಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧದ ಆ ಬೀಗ ಮುರಿದಿರೋ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಏನ ಮಹಿಳೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯವರಿಗೆ ನಾಲಾಯಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಆ ಅಮ್ಮ ಇವತ್ತು ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ರೈತರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಿ ಅವತ್ತು ಅವಳು ರೈತ ಮಹಿಳೆ ಅಂತ ಒಪ್ಕೋತೀವಿ ನಾವು.
It has been learned that Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy met with the JDS Supremo H.D. Devegowda at the latter's residence in Padmanabha Nagar. It is said that the Chief Minister conferred with H.D. Devegowda over the farmers' protests, and Devegowda is said to have told Kumaraswamy to give the sugar factory owners a deadline to clear the farmers' dues. He is said to have also told the Chief Minister to be wary of the comments made on farmers. It's been learned that the Congress leader Ramesh Jarkioli met former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah after giving the Chief Minister's meeting with the farmers a miss. It's being said that Ramesh Jarkioli and Siddaramaiah discussed various issues, including the sugarcane growers issue and cabinet expansion. Now, this has triggered a lot of suspense and speculation. Former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has been accused of constructing a house on agricultural land in Mysuru. DG IGP Neelamani Raju has sought a report from the Mysuru Police Commissioner in this regard. A man named Gangaraju had filed a complaint against the former Chief Minister. Mysuru Kannada Rakshana Vedike members staged a protest opposing the coalition's plan to construct a Disneyland-like structure across the KRS Dam. Members opposed the idea and requested that the government use the funds for Kodagu relief. The BJP High Command has decided not to replace the BJP state president. A couple of days ago, it was announced the BJP president Amit Shah had wanted to replace B.S. Yediyurappa. However, the High Command has decided to not replace him till the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. The CCB has recovered crucial evidence in the Amiden case. It is said that the accused Jairam had thrown the mobile used for transactions in a well upon the orders of Ali Khan. The CCB has recovered the mobile and has sent it to the FSL for data retrieval. A gas tanker toppled after the driver lost balance in Mangaluru. The tanker was transporting gas from Mangaluru to Bengaluru. Police and fire tenders rushed to the spot to curb the situation. No casualties were reported. Residents feared a gas leak. An accident between a lorry and a bolero on State Highway 218 resulted in the death of around 6 people. 5 people died on the spot. The accident took place on Tuesday night. The other injured passed away at the hospital today. The case has been registered at the Babaleshwar police station. Water tanker owners staged a protest outside the Gadag district office. The protest entered the third day. Owners demand that their pending dues amounting to 16 lakh rupees with the government be paid at the earliest. The protesters sat outside the Gram Panchayat office in Lakalakatti village. A private trainee aircraft crashed near Mokila village of Shankarpalli Mandal, Rangareddy district. The pilot of the aircraft escaped miraculously. The incident occurred when the pilot was practicing. The exact reason for the crash is yet to be determined. Ahead of the Madhya Pradesh Assembly elections, 9-time Lok Sabha MP of the Congress has kicked up a new controversy. In a video going viral, Congress leader Kamal Nath was seen telling supporters to ensure that Muslim vote bank goes up. The video also shows Kamal Nath telling his supporters that the party needed 90% of the Muslim votes to save face. After a grand wedding in Italy, Deepika and Ranveer Singh are hosting a grand reception for their friends and relatives at the posh hotel in Bengaluru. The couple has invited 500 to 700 guests. Anil Kumble, Javagal Srinath, Gagan Narang and others are some of the few sports personalities who have been invited. Well, the two stars will host a grand reception for their family and friends this evening at a popular Bengaluru hotel. NEWS9 accessed exclusive visuals of the preparations underway at the hotel ahead of the reception. The banquet hall is being readied for the grand evening event where a host of celebrities are expected to attend. Grand floral arrangements is what is set to await the guests for the Deepti reception, and it is said that the floral theme is red. And Ranveer Singh's mother, Anju Bhavnani, was overseeing the floral arrangements. Ranveer's mother was seen discussing with the hotel staff about what is being readied for the reception this evening. After being snapped together for over 8 years and remaining mum over the status of their relationship, Sandalwood actors Digant Manchale and Ayandra Tare have finally revealed that they will tie the knot on December 12th.
Madam, 1 second.
Let's to a short break now, but more news and updates continue on the other side. Stay tuned.
NEWS9 presents Elite Schools Fair 2018. Searching for international schools, residential schools and best schools around? Here's an opportunity to meet the school management and get counselled all under one roof. Please visit us on 24th and 25th November 2018 at Hotel Lalita Shoka, Bengaluru. Entry free.
Platinum sponsor, New Baldwin International School. Gold sponsors, Bangalore International Group of Institutions. Orchid, the International School.
From Ram Leela to Padmavat, their love blossomed on the set. They are celebrating their union in Bengaluru. Here's a look back at their cinematic Prem Kahani. Deepweed's love story.
And we have some big news just coming in. It's a NEWS9 impact. The Kodagu JDS unit has deleted the controversial post on the woman protester Jayashree. The move comes after NEWS9 telecasts a story. A derogatory post was put up by the Kodagu JDS unit on Facebook. This is the big news which is just coming in. And NEWS9 impact. Kodagu JDS unit deletes the controversial post on woman protester. Move comes after NEWS9 telecasts a story. A derogatory post was put up by the Kodagu JDS unit on Facebook and now it has been deleted. This is the big news which is just coming in. The post had called Jayashree, the woman farmers protester, as Deal Rani, and it had even put up, it had carried a picture of her ID card and questioned as to what was the deal she had struck with the BJP. And now the post has been deleted and after NEWS9 had telecast a story. Now this is the JDS Kodagu District Facebook account and now that post has been deleted. It was carried a while earlier. In fact, we'd even spoken to the JDS Kodagu District president and he denied that anybody from the party, and on the left hand side of the screen is the post which was carried. There you can actually see it. It's been attributed to the JDS Kodagu District and now it has been deleted. It had actually questioned what is the deal. It had called Jayashree Deal Rani and had questioned as to what is the deal that she struck with the BJP. So at the moment, after NEWS9 telecast the story, after NEWS9 put up this, had the visuals of this post up, the Kodagu District unit seems to have deleted the post at the moment. And we have some big news just coming in. BJP's dual face on sugar problem is exposed. Cadres of Chikoti BJP units stay away from the protests. Ironically, BJP had given a call for statewide protests. Several factories in Chikkodi belong to BJP leaders and their relatives. This is the big news which is just coming in. BJP's dual face on sugar problem exposed. Cadres of Chikkodi BJP units stay away from protests. Ironically, BJP had given the call for statewide protests. Several factories in Chikkodi belong to BJP leaders and their relatives. This is the big news which is just coming in. So a lot of questions being raised on the protest by the BJP as a Chikkodi unit. The BJP leaders have stayed away from the protests. Many protesters stayed away, and it is said that in Chikkodi, many of the units are owned by BJP state leaders. And we have some more big news coming in. BJP MLA from Hukkeri owns the Vishwaraj Sugars. Mahantesh Kavatagimat owns the Doodh Ganga Krishna factory. RS MP Prabhakar Kore owns Shivashakti Sugars. Nikhil Katti owns Haryana Keshi Cooperative Factory. Now, these are some of the BJP leaders who own factories there in Chikkodi, and BJP MLA from Hukkeri owns Vishwaraj Sugars. Well, I'm joined by my colleague Arun Sundaram on the phone line. Arun, now, what will the BJP answer to this? Members of their own unit in Chikkodi are staying away from the protest because a host of sugar factories are owned by the BJP leaders. What will the BJP say now?
Well, Michael, this clearly establishes the fact that people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones at others. And having upped the ante, saying that the sugar mill owners will have to pay up the money, now it is quite embarrassing for the Saffron Party to figure out that many of its own leaders are also doubling as owners of these sugar mills, cooperative sugar mills or private sugar mills, whatever it be. They own sugar mills. And some of these mills have defaulted on payment of cane arrears. So this is an embarrassing development. And remember, today there were several protests which were organized. You had one instance of a protest being organized in Bengaluru itself. It should have been followed up with a similar protest even in other parts of the state, particularly in Chikkodi, which falls in Belagavi district and is a very important sugar producing zone. There, unfortunately enough, you found that there are as many as 6 or 7 such mills which are owned by the Saffron Party's politicos. So what kind of a moral stance can you take when when somebody discovers that the person who's making the acquisition himself has got his hand inside the till, Michael?
Yes, absolutely, Arun. But now, we heard the BJP state president. We heard him saying that the deal what Chief Minister had struck with the farmers was not right. It didn't work out, and it was all a facade. Now, what will the BJP say? That their own leaders have not paid, have dues outstanding. Their own leaders probably have not paid the farmers. And like you said, there should have been a protest in Chikkodi itself. Why aren't the farmers protesting in Chikkodi? That's a big question, isn't it, Arun?
Well, this will become a very interesting point of debate or discussion between the people concerned, because remember, in the run-up to the winter session of the Karnataka legislature due to be held in Belagavi, this unpalatable truth has now become public, which means the stance of the opposition vis-a-vis the government itself is under the arc lights, Michael.
Right. Well, thank you, Arun, for joining us with those details. When definitely Arun saying as to what the BJP, how will the BJP explain? It looks like the BJP is up to double standards. The BJP is displaying double standards when it questions the chief minister about failing to address the farmers' issue, while their leaders, the BJP leaders themselves, are guilty of not paying farmers their dues in the last few years. And the sugarcane farmers, it looks like now it's really a battle between the BJP and the coalition government, because the BJP has taken up the cause of the farmers, but even as they're pointing fingers at the government, there are fingers being pointed at them, considering that many leaders, BJP leaders in Chikkodi, own sugarcane factories, and they have not, to say that they have plenty of dues to the farmers, even as protests are being called all across the state. In Chikkodi, there were no protests called. So, real question mark on the BJP's attempt to rouse up the farmers against the coalition government. We have some more big news coming, and the Chief Minister will hold a meeting with sugar factory owners tomorrow. The meeting is scheduled tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. at the Minister's residential office. This is the big news which is just coming in. The Chief Minister will hold a meeting with the sugar factory owners tomorrow. The meeting is scheduled at 12:30 p.m. at Chief Minister's residential office. Remember yesterday, many of the factory owners, sugarcane factory owners, had skipped the meeting with the Chief Minister and the farmers. And the meeting will be held tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. at the Chief Minister's residential office. And well, the Chief Minister is at the receiving end of attacks from a BJP MLA over the protests by the farmers. No sugar factory owners attended yesterday's meeting with the Chief Minister, is what Govind Karjol is saying. Only clerks of factories attended the meeting, and H.D. Kumaraswamy should be ashamed of holding a meeting with clerks, is what Govind Karjol is saying. A real attack on the Chief Minister now. His assessment of what transpired at the meeting yesterday. Let's listen to what Govind Karjol had to say.
ನಿನ್ನೆ ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರು ಸಭೆ ಕರೆದಿದ್ರು. ಯಾವ ಕಾರ್ಖಾನೆ ಮಾಲೀಕರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಾರ್ಕೂನರು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಅದು 15 ಕಾರ್ಖಾನೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕಾರ್ಕೂನ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಯಾರ. ಅವ್ರ ಕ್ಲಾರ್ಕ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಸಭೆ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರ. ಕ್ಲಾರ್ಕ್ಗಳ ಜೋಡಿ ಕೂತು ಸಭೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ. ನಾಚಿಕೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು.
ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಬೇಸರತ್ತಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಅದ, ನಾವು ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಅವ್ವ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬಸವ್ವ, ಗಂಗವ್ವ, ನೀಲವ್ವ, ಸತ್ಯವ್ವ, ನಾವು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಅವ್ವ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯುವಂಥ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಒಬ್ಬ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಗಳಿಗೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಹೋದರಿಗೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಅವಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಮಾತನಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 4 ವರ್ಷ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲಗಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು ಖಂಡಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಬೇಸರತ್ತಾಗಿ ಕ್ಷಮೆಯಾಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒತ್ತಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಬೆಳಗಾವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ರೈತರು ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗುಂಡಾಗಳತ್ತ ಕರೆದರು, ದರೋಡೆಕೋರರತ್ತ ಕರೆದರು. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಖಂಡಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಬೇಸರತ್ತಾಗಿ ಕ್ಷಮೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒತ್ತಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ.
Well, that was what Govind Karjol has said. The Chief Minister should apologize for his statements on the woman farmer, as well as why should the Chief Minister have made a facade of holding a meeting when there was no consensus reached, there was no real decision taken. So criticism coming in from the BJP against the Chief Minister today, a day after the meeting was held with the farmers. Kannada and Culture Minister Jayamala, meanwhile, took the side of the sugar factory owners. We don't know the difficulties of the sugar factory owners, is what Jayamala is saying. We are pro-farmers, we are a pro-farmer government, and we are with them, is what Jayamala has said. And let's listen to what Jayamala commented on this issue.
ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡಿರೋದು ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅವರ ಅರ್ಥಗಳಾಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಅವ್ರ ಭಾವನೆಗಳಾಗಲಿ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋರಾಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಂತಂಥ ಮಹಿಳೆಯ ವಿರುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಆ ಥರದ ಪದ ಬಳಕೆ ಅವರು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿಟೇಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರವರ ಭಾವಕ್ಕೆ ದಕ್ಕಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡುವಂಥ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಗಳು ನಾವು ಕಾಣ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಆ ಅರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಗೂಢಾರ್ಥವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವರು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಗೌರವದಿಂದ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳನ್ನು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ತಾಯಿ ಅಂತಲೇ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನಗದು ಕಾಣಲಿಲ್ಲ.
Well, that is what Jayamala said. Jayamala also said that she had also took the side of the Chief Minister, saying that he hadn't spoken in a manner which is said to be rude, and what he meant, what he said was being misinterpreted.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನಗದು ಕಾಣಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡಿರೋದು ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅವರ ಅರ್ಥಗಳು.
And while farmers across several districts are staging a protest against the Chief Minister, farmers in Tumakuru are staging a protest for the Chief Minister. The farmers in Heburu Taluk of Tumakuru have raised their voice against the farmers who have opposed the Chief Minister, and they said that those protesting against the Chief Minister weren't even real farmers. They should be detained at the earliest. Let's listen to what one of the farmers in Tumakuru had to say on this issue.
ಬೆಳಗಾವಿಲಿ ರೈತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೀಗ ಮುರಿದಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧದ, ಆ ಬೀಗ ಮುರಿದಿರೋದ್ರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಏನ ಮಹಿಳೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯವರಿಗೆ ನಾಲಾಯಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಅಮ್ಮ ಇವತ್ತು ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ರೈತರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಿ, ಅವತ್ತು ಅವಳು ರೈತ ಮಹಿಳೆ ಅಂತ ಒಪ್ಕೋತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದು ಸ್ನೋ ಪೌಡರ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿವ್ರ ಸಂಘಟನೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರ ಜೊತೆ ತಿರುಗಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಂದು ಇವತ್ತು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯವ್ರನ್ನ ಈ ಥರ ಹೀಯಾಳಿಸ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಆ ಅಮ್ಮ ಮಹಿಳೆ, ಆ ಅಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಾನ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಇದೆಯಾ ಕೇಳಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್. ಇವತ್ತು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ರೈತರು ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರು 20 ಗಂಟೆನೂ ಸಹ ರೈತರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ರೈತರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಬೀಗ ಮುರಿದ್ರಂತಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ರೈತರಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ರೈತರು ಯಾವತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಪ್ರಿಯರು. ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಂತ ರೈತರು ಅವ್ರ ರೀತಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಕಲ್ಲೆತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸೈಜ್ ಕಲ್ಲೆತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಬೀಗ ಮುರಿತಾರಲ್ಲ ಆ ಗುಂಡಾಗಳಿಗೆ ತಕ್ಕ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಇವತ್ತು.
Well, really coming down hard on the farmers who are protesting or who are opposing H.D. Kumaraswamy. And these are the farmers in Tumukuru who said that the farmers who are protesting, who are opposing the Chief Minister's decision, are not real farmers and they should be arrested at the earliest. It seems like a conspiracy against the Chief Minister. That's what he is saying. And in what comes as bad news for college students across the state, the Department of Higher Education is mulling banning students from using private vehicles to commute to colleges. The Education Department will ban students from bringing private vehicles to colleges, according to sources. This move is to curb pollution and encourage public transport. The proposal to ban students from coming to college in private vehicles is in a view to maintain equality among students, reduce pollution, promote public transport and reduce traffic congestion near colleges. G.T. Devegowda has decided to call a meeting with the vice chancellors of various universities across the state, representatives from private and deemed universities and professional colleges to discuss the proposal. And let's listen into what he had to say.
ಏನಂದರೆ ಬೈಕ್ನೇ ಅವರು ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಈಗ ನಾನು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಬೈಕಲ್ಲೇ ಓಡಾಡಿರೋದು, ಬೈಕಲ್ಲೇ ರೈಡ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗಿರೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ತಿರುಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೊಂದು ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಬೈಕಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲೋಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲೋಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಂದರೆ, ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದು 5 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಾನು ಓಡಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 2 ಬಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೆ. ಅದು ನನಗೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೂ ಒಂದು 40 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊತಾಯಿತ್ತು. ಬೈಕ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು 30 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ 2 ಬಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ತಪ್ಪಿತು. ನನ್ನ ಬೈಕಿಂದ ನಾನು ಬೇಗ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಯಿತು ನನಗೆ. ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಕಂಡು.
Well, that was a student, I beg your pardon, it was not G.T. Devegowda. That was a reaction of a student who said that it's not really a great move to ask students to travel by public transport, because for some students it takes a longer time to travel by public transport and it's more convenient to travel on bikes. So this is a reaction to the news on bikes being banned from colleges. The highlight of this evening in Bengaluru is definitely the Deepika Ranveer Singh wedding, and what can we expect from today? And this plenty of preparations at the hotel at a private hotel in Bengaluru, one of the popular hotels in Bengaluru, where the reception will take place later this evening. These are exclusive visuals of Ranveer Singh's mother, who is overseeing the preparations. And the theme, the rose theme at least, is red. And my colleague Nega has been tracking developments since morning, and she's outside there at the hotel. Let's listen in. Let's just find out. Neha, what is the update? What's happening? Has the buzz increased? Do you see a lot of movement inside and outside the hotel? What's happening, Neha?
Right, Michael, in fact, it seems like a very exhilarating atmosphere over here outside the Leela Palace. In fact, a lot of fans that have been pouring in as well. Of course, many of them have been waiting here for hours together now, just so they can get a tiny glimpse of their favorite couple. In fact, I have with me a couple of fans. Let's quickly talk to them and find out how excited they are for this big day of their two favorite stars. So how excited are you? It seems like you've been here for quite some time. How excited are you?
I'm really very excited. I'm just waiting from past 5 hours like that, just to get a glimpse of Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh. So I'm extremely excited about them. I just hope she just comes out and just waves a handshake or something at least.
Okay, okay. Now, of course, I mean, which is your favorite movie of the two? It seems like their chemistry has been growing with each movie that they've done. It's only gone on to now end up in marriage. So, which is your favorite movie, if I had to ask
I
you?
mean, since I'm Deepika's die-hard fan, I love almost all her movies. But at present, my current favorite is Padmavat, since you all know it's been a blockbuster movie all over the world. So, yeah, I mean, their pair is extremely, unexplainable. They're just awesome as a couple. And they ended up marrying together, so that's something really great. I'm so happy for them. Yeah.
And if you, young lady here, if you had one message for all the fans who are waiting here, also more importantly for the couple as well, if you had one message, what would that message be?
Actually, first of all, I like both of their jodi, both of their pair I like, and I like their acting and dance both. So I wish that their married life should be very happy and they will live happily and everything. So that is my message only.
Okay, and you, of course, I mean, you seem like a very big fan. You said Padmavat being your favorite movie. So if there was one message that you had for the couple, what would that be? What would you like to tell them?
I would just wish them a very, happy life till the end. I'm so happy for them that they ended up marrying together. They are the most favorite couple of Bollywood. They're loved by Bollywood. So I just love them both. Deep Veer forever.
Thank you. Right, there you have it, Michael. In fact, many of these fans saying Deep Veer forever. That's what the atmosphere is like over here. In fact, not just that, many also, of course, traffic arrangements that will shortly be put in place, considering that the guests too will start coming in very soon with just, in fact, a couple of minutes.